Can you hear it? Welcome to Relay.
No.
Why are there two T's in that word?
Hello, everyone.
In
First,
case you get really thirsty.
I hope you can see me. Second, Shiver has just put. Oh my god, that disgusts me. I'm angry with the United.
This doesn't look like a connoisseur place. This looks like the place you go to when you've had far too much to drink, and no matter how many times you throw this up, it looks and smells the same.
Pretty much.
That
like
is
a pot noodle.
That hurts me. Oh, yeah, they've got Instagram. Okay, you know what? Instagram works. I think. Can I even log into Instagram? Look, for everyone in out there, this is going to make sense in a second. Shiver's just made me very angry, and I have to.
I love that you fucking point to your window for out there as well. That's such a nice little touch.
You're out there.
Yeah,
What
you're
else would
right.
you be?
You're right. Be worse if you were pointed upstairs. Like, oh shit!
Everyone out there. Okay, so look, Shiver. Hey, Fastcart. Hey, architect. Shiver posted in our like chat that we have for this, our Discord for us streaming, some very offensive material.
Yeah.
What
the hell?
It claims to be a shawarma sandwich, but it looks like what happens when you chop off lamb testicles and fry them and eat them.
Oh, it actually could be because it is lamb.
So I'm going to post here in our Twitch chat what real shawarma is supposed to look like. Because shawarma does not come with the side of fries. Shawarma comes with a side of potatoes, roasted potatoes, dolloped with a huge amount of garlic sauce on them, and then there's a side of salad, and then there's normally rice. It's rice
Lots
and potatoes, salad, tons of rice, more rice than you can eat as a single person comfortably.
Fucking
And
challenge
then-
accepted.
Oh no, you have no idea. It's
one of those things. One of those meals
massive.
is like 2 or 3 meals. It's crazy.
Yeah. You buy shawarma for dinner, you eat it for dinner, then you eat it for your midnight snack because you hate yourself. Then you wake up in the morning and eat it for breakfast, and you might still have a little bit left for lunch.
I just wanted a
that's
burger.
shawarma.
Honestly, that's all I wanted. That was my objective when I set out. I just wanted a
burger?
cheeseburger.
You went on a tangent there, my friend.
I did a bit, yeah. They sell burgers too. And I just thought, oh look, they sell what they think a
that
shawarma
explains
is.
things.
Hey,
Yeah.
look. So no,
I
the
just found
answer
this
to
other
your-
place. They're selling burgers for £7, and it's like £7 for a burger. Jesus,
That's actually pretty good.
£7 is a bit of meat and bread.
Burger over here is you can get a McDonald's cheeseburger for $3 now. Oh, no,
shit!
no,
we
better
need to
not
start.
have a
We need to
raid.
get on. Yeah. You know who? Oh shit!
You know, hey,
Why?
Astropub.
What the fucking bollocking shit? What the
Hey,
fuck?
Astropub.
Shiver.
What the fuck? Why me? What?
Yeah.
What's going? What did I?
What did
Okay.
you do, Shiver?
1, hello everyone. 2, we
Don't do
were
this.
having
Don't do this
we
to
were
me.
having
Don't do this to me. I don't have
we
a
were
fucking.
having a rousing conversation
I-
about
don't do
chicken
this to me.
shawarma.
How did I get you in trouble with CIG? I haven't spoken to anyone in like 2 years.
Hey, Vertigo.
Easy.
Hey Darsh.
Hey, Darge.
Everyone.
Hello, everybody. All 465 of you.
Oh, that number makes me puke. Oh,
Thanks, Fast Car. Thank you so much. All these people are coming in and they're like, who the fucking hell even is this cunt? I don't know
oh.
what the fuck.
Oh.
I've
Yeah,
just been
you know
told
what?
to write something. I don't know this guy from fucking Adam. Fuck this guy.
Hey Griff.
Hey, Griff.
Oh, and
Um,
Griff's in there. Correct.
Of course, Griff's
I'll
in
just
there.
go.
Oh god. Oh, look.
Welcome, everybody, to the
were
longest
having-
running Star Citizen podcast. We even put the thing up in the corner.
I did put it up there. I mean, of course I did. I'm the one running the
Of
damn
course, I
thing.
pointed in
Anyway,
the wrong direction because I'm not used to there. Okay, it's
Down-
up there, right?
down there.
There.
Which is a technicality that is going to exist until someone proves otherwise, because I refuse to do any research whatsoever into whether or not anyone's been running for longer than us.
Hang on,
I
hang on.
think that's appropriate.
I almost got my ass beat by the entire QA with those comments you used to make. I mean, I thought they'd have a sense of humour. They QA Star Citizen.
You have to have a sense of humor to QA Star Citizen.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's okay,
man.
Very
Astropub.
robust
We're the
one.
oldest. You're the best. Between the two of us, I think you're in a better spot.
Oh man. So
Oh,
Should we move
What?
on to
What? He's a very fortunate fellow. Look at this! Look at this! Look at that great big cowboy Adonis. Really? Really? Going to be threatened by this? Doesn't really? No. No.
Look, I
he's
don't
fine.
even know where. I don't even know where we would post that, but we've definitely been around longer than Salty Mike.
I shouldn't laugh. That's absolutely horrific for you. I'm so very sorry.
hilarious.
I've never heard this story before. If I'd known that, I would
is
stop
funny.
saying it
We're
about
just-
3 years ago.
We're pulling out Star Citizen lore, like directly out of
Oh, shit, they thought you would... Oh, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. Oh.
Oh my god.
I apologize on behalf of Sugar. I'm sorry.
I don't. It was a fucking joke. Get over it. Look at me. I have to live with this every fucking day. That's a joke.
Oh, man. This is well. I'm gonna say it early. I'm gonna say it early, David.
No, you
Their
can't
best
say it yet.
episode of all time. Already. Oh.
And if you reload Twitch, you could go back to the start of the video and you could actually watch
Oh.
yourself.
All right. Do you want to move on to our show and tell for this week? While we still have 224 viewers.
All right. All right, people who are here watching us, do you want us to talk about Star Citizen? Because we can.
It's an option.
Yes. Or
It's
we
not
can
like
go back
that's what our show is.
I
Love you,
Astro
Astro.
Pubs just put the most perfect flourish to the story of how the entire QA department almost sent him to the hospital for a joke he didn't make.
Oh,
That's
God.
glorious.
I mean, part of our goal is to not have viewers, but I guess we'll start the show.
We've had one fucking show this week. We're not professionals like everyone else out there. We're just the longest running. It doesn't mean we're
Hey.
good.
I actually watched all of Star Citizen Live this week.
Nice. That's fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't because life.
I love
but-
their miming flying around in EVA with dolls and their hands.
I don't know where to start. I think I want to start. I want to start with what they have to do next. I figured out. So, Star Citizen, it's going to come out, and it's immediately going to have a money problem because it's got like 45 days tops left of funding. So there's going to be a money problem. And this week, I figured out. Okay, for anyone that doesn't know, that's sarcasm or just bullshit. But I figured
Jesus
out.
Christ, Eris, 2013 called it once its joke back.
Yeah, well, I said we're the oldest for a reason. I never said we had new material. I figured out how Star Citizen can make money. Landing animations for when you're coming out of 0G and like landing in gravity, you get like a front flip. You could do like a Superman landing, just a whole bunch of different landing animations, and they sell those in a landing animation store.
I hate it.
I hate that I like that.
I mean, actually, I'm gonna go. Shivers much better because I feel the same way. I immediately started thinking of all the different possibilities. I'm like, oh, I hate that that's possibly a thing that might happen.
I mean, surely they just for immersion purposes, it's not going to be a single type of landing for each position or anything like that. One would assume that it would come naturally with variations because life comes with variations, and it would be dude, you've literally gone to the trouble of replicating eggs on a plate, yet you reuse the same landing animations. Come on.
But it should just be like pick your
But
three.
no, it's not going to be fantasy or anything like that. It's just going to be very plain, but slightly different to whatever.
Yes,
Are the
single
animations
use,
single use?
animations. You have to pay $5 every time you. I love that. That's great.
Don't
Now
let
you
EA
just turn
see
Star
that.
Citizen into a $1 billion business yearly.
No, but what you can do is you can have like different landing emote animations, and you can slot like 3 of them at a time, and it'll run through those 3 randomly, and then you get to like, or you can slot however many you want. But I want different landing animations. I think that's actually a good idea. Minus the monetization.
I mean, I want different ones. I don't want them to be monetized.
Yeah.
It is
Um,
stuff like that, though, that if it is going to be monetized, it's like, yeah, all right. I'm all right with that because I can
Oh, yeah,
live with you
cosmetics,
doing a
animation.
Superman landing, and one day maybe I'll splash out, maybe I won't.
So, is it cool if I answer Elwick's question?
Yes, do it.
So the question is, what do you think of the upcoming economy stuff? Does it sound like there are any hooks into the universe, or just some adjustments to ship prices? So I think it's more than ship prices, but it just sounds like for this first run through, they are just adjusting all of the prices of everything, basically. They just said that the most notable things are ship prices because people sort of know what they are. But yeah, they're going through and repricing the whole economy to make things more appropriate, and I suspect we will see more hooks come in after that.
One, I just want to say I agree, but 2, I love the EVA animations now. It looks so damn good. But Master Blaster, weird space crawling, or mag boots on the ship,
I
which
just
would
took
be
out
better.
the God damn it, I hate you.
Oh,
Honestly,
sorry.
I'm a huge fan of the Star Trek style, the Meg boots, walking along the hull.
I
So it's
forget.
some-
I try to remember back to that, but thinking back, it always makes me sick to my stomach.
It looked to me like they've almost got mag hands going on, like the
Totally.
gloves are magnetized.
Yeah, I think the gloves are magnetized. Yeah.
And I think they're doing that because, like they were saying in the episode, it transitions easier from the EVA animation to walking on that. So you can,
That makes
here, you know what? You're sort of flying in like this towards the ship, and then you just land on the ship and keep going, rather than, I don't know, but I'm taking a page out of their book and using props. So
also changing the default pose to be head first, like Superman, is what it makes so much sense. That's how people actually traverse in 0G anyway. So
yeah, I love it.
I like both. Both are pretty cool. Like, you're not going to run in space with mag boots.
No.
You could get a bit more speed.
Backhanding it.
Space crawling, I would imagine. But the problem with that is, what are you going to do if you're caught out? That's one reason for mag boots, or maybe some form of I guess coupling mode in EVA, so you can have a pretty cool EVA 0G FPS fight on a hull ship like the end of Mass Effect.
I mean, I think we'll eventually get the choice, because mag hands makes a lot more sense on smaller ships. Mag handing your way across an entire Bengal. No, I just want to walk. You know, like that might,
yeah, for sure.
your arms would get really tired. You know, you need to take a couple breaks.
I do really like the animations in this are so good. They've done a lot of really, really good work on the EV animations. They look beautiful.
Now, how much of this is just coming straight out of Squadron?
Oh, all of it.
Surely all of it,
All-
yeah.
All of it. By the
And if
way,
it isn't-
something that go ahead.
No.
Something they wanted to make clear in SCL. The EVA changes are coming with 323, but the Meg Hands is not, and neither is the restricted fuel because they don't want to strand people without the Meg Hands option.
Elwook?
They're coming later.
Yes, my arms are literally pasta.
Thank
I
you,
I hate
mean-
how I'm
Jerry.
looking at this going, that could be quite a cool landing animation if you did the... Oh, and that would be... Oh.
I mean, yeah, it's not
See,
a lot,
in the-
but if you're doing this, try doing this nonstop for like 40, 50 minutes. It would take you to go across an entire Bengal. Like, I'm already getting kind of tired.
I like the approach that they're going for, though, with this sort of almost parkour look of how you're navigating across the hull of this ship, how you're leaping, taking you as you would, you know? Why the fuck else wouldn't you? From part to part. I really like that. I wonder how that's going to feel for anyone in VR, if that's still going to be a thing.
Oh, look,
Hey,
you actually
look.
tried that, didn't you, with your hands?
There you go. Interesting thing about the VR, and it's going to depend entirely on the person, but which one is it? Outer Wilds. The Outer Wilds. For any of you that know that game, whoa, like constant like perspective shifts and like shifting of gravity, so you're upside down. Like it's a mind fuck of a game, even on a flat screen. And I know a number of people that have played through it in VR.
They're
Some
crazy.
people can do anything in VR. I can barely touch VR, and I keep trying, but oh god. But like there are people that will play through the entire thing in VR. One of my favorite things in this episode, and I don't know where the clip is, was when he like flies into the Cutlass and then just like flies straight through it. EVA's like straight through the Cutlass. I thought that was so good.
Sir, I've got a question,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, go.
In relation to this zero-G animation and fighting, have they come out and said if or what effect different guns will have in use in zero-G? Like, come on, brain. I want to say kinetic, but I know that's not right, although it fits. That kind of thing. You know, a regular gun would, I imagine, hopefully push you back a bit if you're not prepared, or you haven't got stabilizers on to compensate, whereas a laser weapon doesn't have the pushback, but you sacrifice the power or the push through.
I really hope.
Thank you, ballistic recoil, ballistic people with perspicacity. Thank you.
I really hope the recoil pushes you back. That would make
You
my
can.
heart
I
melt.
think you can actually see in what's going right there that it did a little bit.
Well, the
look,
animation happens with the shoulders and such, but I just want to know if you can propel yourself using your gun.
it's Star Citizen. It would
Almost
not
Star
have fidelity if it weren't. You know, like
There's a part in The Expanse. I think it's only in the book. I don't think it's in the show. But where they use their railgun to keep themselves in orbit because they lose all of their thrusters.
what I want to
Oh,
know
is the
is
ballistic ammo self-propelled? I remember perspicacity, but not ballistic.
how is the ballistic ammo self-propelled?
That's
Well, like a bolt gun.
self-propelled, eh? All right.
A bolt gun? I'm confused.
How can you be a fan of Warhammer 40,000 but not even know like the basic principle of
Oh.
a bolt gun?
Why would I look into the basic principle of a bolt gun?
Because it's
Could be
fucking
weapon.
kick-ass when you realise what bolt gun is actually doing, and that I think only one game ever has correctly portrayed them.
So tell us about a bolt gun, Shiver.
So they're self-propelled, basically mini RPGs. They fire off something like, I think they were 9mm fucking bolts that are self-propelled, that are designed to go through armor and then explode on the inside. It's fucking cool.
Hey, that's intense.
I mean, I
Warhammer
haven't
40,000, and everything's got a skull, and you're going like, oh, that gun's a bit intense.
I haven't ever heard them explain that away, but I'm gonna guess not. I'm gonna guess we'll get recoil because that's cooler. Honestly,
Well,
having
it
recoil
might
from
be a real
guns is
pain in
cooler.
the asshole, though. It's got to be gameplay has got to take precedence in something like that, because if people are just not having fun with too much recoil just pushing you away, then
Well,
they'll just take it out
Shiver.
or really tune it.
I don't think I think you can pretty much explain away a lot of it as long as you have thruster fuel. But I would really love it if you run out of fuel, if you can use your weapons to propel you so that you can get back somewhere.
I think it should also depend on the size of gun you're firing, because like a small round doesn't have all that much kickback, but if you're firing something larger, then maybe there should be more. Anyway,
Shotgun.
yeah. Yeah, there are recoilless rifles IRL. Maybe all space guns don't have recoil, but
Yeah,
lots of the guns aren't.
I'd be happy with that.
But well, I don't.
75 caliber. Thank you very much.
I don't think
0.75
that's what's going to happen, because
0.75.
there are railguns in Star Citizen that are
Yep.
different from normal guns, right? So it's not like every gun is a railgun if you've got railgun as a thing. I don't know if that makes any sense at all.
Man, this looks so good. They did so
Mhm.
much work on these animations. This is one of the reasons you can tell that this is coming from Squadron.
Yeah.
Is they've done like this is close to final animations. They're really good.
Well, and like the little kickoffs here and there, and the full range of motion as you're going through, like it's very well done, and it's going to be really
Yeah.
exciting to. I'm excited to see what people in the community are able to do with this. Like, it looks freaking cool. What I will say is, it's like we're seeing it be really cool because they're
Mhm.
filming it all in third person. But it's a lot harder to play like this, so you won't see it all that often. But I like it.
Yeah, but I would imagine you're going to be with someone else a lot of the time. So you will see it from that perspective at least.
Once we've got multi-crew, yeah.
Yeah.
And oh man, can you imagine just like being a normal person sitting in your Connie, doing, cocaine like Connie owners do, and you like all of a sudden you hear a bunch of things hit the hull of your ship, and you hit, go into third person view, and there's just like 30 people all crawling over your ship.
You need to get back into writing fiction.
just a swarm of them
That's
from the back heading
terrifying.
towards
I can
30 people
imagine it.
crawling heading towards the cockpit. Like, what do you do?
You activate the self-destruct sequence on your ship.
Probably, yeah.
I'll take 30 with me if I go out.
Okay, let's switch to the other video.
I love the fact, Master Blaster. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Just the logic of
Actually,
You're right. You're right.
You know what? I want it. Okay, I'm pausing and taking us back to this because I've got a really weird sidebar based on what Master Blaster said. Because
Okay.
I learned this week about something called the Tiffany problem. Now, the
I
Tiffany
mean, most
problem.
Tiffany's are a problem, but
Well, yeah, but the Tiffany problem is Tiffany is an Old English name. It exists historically. It's people were named that, but no writers of like historical fiction are able to use the word the name Tiffany in their novels because people associate the word Tiffany with a newer name. So it would break their immersion reading this book having, you know, a Victorian England Tiffany. And another adjunct to this is that people in Victorian England were apparently extremely into nipple piercings. But you never hear about that because nobody thinks, oh, like nobody can talk about how Victorian English people were into nipple piercings because that is breaking the immersion. It's breaking the held assumption of reality. So sort of like that, like we
there a
have
reason
this.
that people were wildly and actively piercing all of the nipples?
They were all horny.
Oh, well, I mean, yes, that's you.
Sorry,
Well,
just
make-
these last three
make it
comments
look
in
even
chat. I've made like this entire fucking street with all of chat just living on the same street, and it's like, so there's Tiffany, right? And there's Master Blazer, and then it's Nick, right? And he doesn't like Tiffany, but Tiffany is neighbor with Master Blazer. Master Blazer is going to let Tiffany know that hey, it's Nick is not very fond of people called Tiffany.
I just thought that was interesting because it ties back into the like we don't really know what's going to ruin space immersion because we've never been in space.
Yep. True.
Talk for yourself. I'm living in it right now.
That's a lie. You're in Victorian England with the nipple piercings.
Kind of.
Half of that sentence is true.
Oh, man. You okay there, David?
No, it's time for my weekly cry as I realize we've been doing this for 10 years.
Hey, it's only 9.
Only 9. That's right.
You have one
you're a
more
bit,
year to get to our 10th anniversary.
you're a bit late, North End. You missed all of the talk about nipple piercings. Okay, let's get back to the topic. For all of you that have stuck, for all of you that have stuck with us, by the way, so far from the Astropub, you can like join us every week because this is what we do every week.
Yeah,
so
this is very, very representative of how it goes.
this is completely representative of us. So can we
We're
talk
sorry.
about? Yeah, I apologize profusely.
What's
Oh,
up?
nice.
I love this interaction system. Give it to me. Looks so good. That's gonna be the 10th anniversary for us doing this. We changed from Einen to Relay in 2016.
But we've been doing the same thing since
15. 2015.
2015.
Yeah, January of 2015. So, yep.
And you might be right, Nick. It's hard to say for the F
Without
stuff
playing
yet without feeling it. What I can say is it looks significantly like it was bad before. Like made me not want to play the game bad. I like the sound of everything that they've added. Like the ability to customize your default interaction for each thing is insane.
Super amazing.
Right? But what game lets you do that on a per object basis?
None,
Nothing.
as far as I'm aware. I think it is important though that they go above and beyond in this because it's going to be this MMO with so many millions of objects to interact with.
Yeah.
I think that level of customization is warranted. But yeah, it looks so much better. This patch overall is going to improve things so much.
Do we have that list that came out? Let me
I
find
can
that
tell
list.
you. Yeah, can you find the list? I can tell you some of it if you want me to start going through some of it.
So this was the list, which is just nuts. So the new EVA. This is all for 323. The new EVA, which is going to be great. PyPiss, which is the interaction system. The default item in actions. Better reloading. The better crosshair. So is it like physicalized crosshair or something? I don't. There's a word there that I'm forgetting. Scopes, distribution centers, master modes, precision targeting mode, changes to gimbals, visors, and lenses, the mini map, the star map. There's going to be a new shopping app, character creator, freight elevators, instance hangars, blockade runner missions, looting UI, the economy price changes. It's gonna be a really, really big patch. I will be right back.
And a lot of that is like stuff that is front facing and the players will immediately notice. The entire UI, well, not the entirety of it. A lot of the UI is changing between the mini map and the star map and the Moby-Glass and the interaction system. This is a lot of very player facing stuff.
I would imagine, Elwook, that there will be a button to hide the HUD.
Yeah.
Right?
Most games come with a way to
Yeah.
completely hide the HUD entirely.
Yeah, so the
Like,
Fs should not be featured on there.
Also,
so
I mean, if
people
you just
doing
go into
machinima
third
shouldn't be
person mode,
affected.
even now, if you go into third person mode, you don't see any of the HUD. So
I worry about this wheel, though. I do worry. I mean, if you've played GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, I've sat there and argued with those fucking wheels so much.
But the wheel is just for when you want to do something different.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because GTA 5 and Red Dead were sort of, I hate saying it, but they were built with a controller in mind. Hey, Snake, we're on the right thing. Whereas the mouse, because it was a direct port, and the mouse is not built for that. It's way too sensitive, so it's just like little delicate. Fuck.
Well, they've said that you can have two default actions, right? You can have your press F and your double tap F. I think they were saying, which I mean. I think
at that point you're not opening the menu very often. Yeah,
that solves most of the problems, right? Like, I want to holster the gun or equip it. I don't want to inspect it when unless I'm modifying the gun, I'm not going to be inspecting it. So I think they actually solve a fair bit of that just through that, right? Had something I was going to say and I've forgotten it because. Reasons.
So are you excited by the new looting?
So for anyone that's watched this show for a while, we occasionally play Star Citizen, but for the most part, we just talk about it. There's a reason I haven't liked playing Star Citizen, and honestly, it seems like most of those reasons are going to be dealt with in this patch. I've hated looting. I've hated the ammo management. I've hated, like, just so much of it that
Yeah, it's like quality of
pipes
life things,
fix. Yeah, and the like trying to select your gun. No, I'm not trying to select. I'm trying like just the ease of playing it. And I've been okay with that because like where we're at now, quite frankly, is CIG for a long time have had this problem. And the problem is they could make these updates for Star Citizen, but that would take extra time and developers. Or they could wait for it to be done for Squadron, and then when it's done for Squadron, they port it over. But that's taken a long time. So, but it's more efficient on developers. So for a long time, they haven't made these really needed updates to the game of Star Citizen because it didn't make sense to assign developers to it because they're working on it for Squadron, right?
Yep, totally.
But we're now getting that move over of Squadron and the amalgamation of the two games, and it makes me really, really excited and happy.
Absolutely. That's why this patch is so huge, right? Is they're moving a lot of that stuff over from work on Squadron. North End, we did touch on that already a little bit. I just basically was saying that it sounds like they're just repricing everything in the game, working through that work. And did you have some? I'm actually curious. Did you have a specific comment on the ship prices? Do you think they're too expensive, too cheap?
What I will say while we wait is this is not going to be the last time the economy gets tweaked.
No, they're barely beginning tweaking the economy.
Okay. I'm gonna get slightly negative for a second here. I know, completely out of character, right? This is one
Should
place.
I pretend to be shocked?
No, but this is one place where I'm slightly worried because I really hope that the desire to earn money / marketing side of CIG does not overpower the it's better for the game side of CIG, because as the game gets more stable and as server wipes happen less, and you can start earning ships in game and hanging on to those ships for months at a time and possibly beyond, they will not make as much money from players pledging for ships if those players can easily purchase those ships in the game. So there's going to be some balancing act between making the ships harder to get so some people still buy them without making them so hard to get that no one can buy them. So there's, and we have to see where that balancing act goes.
Yep.
And I hope it doesn't go in the wrong direction. Because there's only one direction. That's a bad.
They did make one of the ships cheaper, so that's nice. And I don't think we have a full understanding yet of exactly where they're all going.
Master Blaster has a question. So I don't know if you've talked about this, but persistence has me worried for this reason. If I put my outpost in a certain spot, will it persist in all servers that are active, thus not letting anyone build there? Or will it only be on planets or servers that I log into? It's a common problem with persistent servers is offline raiding, so should they address this problem? And historical context, you're right, Master Blaster, we aren't CIG, and this is a problem for CIG to fix. But we have been quoted as being CIG, and one of our previous members is now CIG. So, you know.
So that basically makes us CIG. We're
CIG at heart. Yeah.
Shiver's like, I don't.
What are you talking about, Willis? I am not represented by these two people. They do not
Oh,
speak
man.
for me. I have my own attorney.
Okay, so North End is right. It is shard based, or it will be shard based eventually. We don't know how they're going to deal with this for the first implementation of Outpost building. We also don't really know how things will be reproduced on other instances. Citizen Ninja is probably right that Outposts won't be produced on other instances, but I think that's going to depend on the size and the I want to say perspicacity here, just because I don't know another word to say. Influence of the Outposts.
How ironic.
Don't you think? We think that we're eventually going to get space stations. Something as large as a space station might replicate. It's going to depend on how ownership of it works and how permanent it is, right? If it's like an org outpost or an org space station, we don't know if those are going to be shard based or if they're going to go up a couple levels on the layering.
There are... Sorry, Eric, go on.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say that I do think that they may just, if not like fully duplicate them, then at least I do think that there's a chance that like a given plot of land will only be available once across the entire game, regardless of what shard you are on. And the reason I say that is they do have a stretch goal, a future hope that they can unite all of the shards under one game world. That is a hope that they have. If they don't restrict like where you can get land and you have multiple people owning the same piece of land across the shards, you could end up in a situation where it was almost impossible to merge the shards.
And let's be honest. Let's be really, really honest with ourselves. They have no shortage of land.
Oh, the game world is larger than any other game ever created.
I can't help but wonder if there are so many questions tied in with these shards and around bases and around, well, what if this, what if that? There's just so many questions. I can't help but wonder if CIG have already got something in mind, a system in mind where it's basically doesn't matter. We have solved this from the outset because we're doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something as simple as
we
have a shitload of space. We don't need to worry about this because they've, players are only going to be 10% of the total population. So,
I'm positive that they have, because we're going to be getting base building at some point soon.
Yep.
And
TM.
But CIG, so we used to get stuff off the cuff from CIG, right? Like the Reclaimer isn't off the cuff. They didn't know how it was going to work. It looked cool. Tons of off the cuff stuff.
It looks really cool.
It looks really cool, but it's off the cuff, right? So
yeah,
they've stopped that. They don't release ships or gameplay anymore without a very good plan for where it's going. And if we're going to be getting sometime this year or early next year base building, that means that they know exactly where it's going. They have a plan for it. It might not be at that plan at first implementation, but they're not going to be implementing something that would undermine their future plan for it, if that makes any sense.
Yep, I agree.
Ooh, did they actually confirm that it's Manchester? Because if they did,
well, no, apparently Xylo said it in a Bar Citizen, so it's not officially confirmed, but, Xylo said it in a drunken stupor.
So that's official to me. Anyway, I am going. For anyone that is really curious about my plans, my family and I have decided to do our first real vacation. So we're gonna go to the UK for like 2 weeks, and
Oh God.
Star Citizen's gonna be part of that. Look, my son is 4. Link, he.
Then why are you
loves-
going to make him lose all hope in life so early and bring him here?
Oh no! Because look, Shiver, we've got that thought out. He loves more. There's one thing he loves more than anything in the world, and that's mummies. He knows dozens of mummies, where they were found, how they died, how they were mummified. He knows that you pull the brain out through the nose. He knows how to mummify corpses. He knows his favorite mummy is Utsi, who's an Italian mummy that was found in the Alps. His last meal was cereal, and he was shot in the back with an arrow. He loves mummies. So we're going to take him. We're taking him to
Your
the
child
greatest.
is planning to kill you. Get
Yes.
out of the house now.
No, I'm staying. I can't wait. We're taking him to the greatest repository of mummies in the world, the British Museum.
It's so sad that that's probably true. How'd they get there? Well, the British stole them.
I can't say that because if I do, they'll ban me.
It's true. It's true. They'll be like, "Hey, you're that YouTube guy. You had the YouTube thing, and you said the thing, and you're not allowed to come here anymore."
Oh, good one, Q-Pen.
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean,
Oh,
we're
very
going to do
good.
London for the British Museum. We're going to do Manchester for Star Citizen. Then we're probably fucking off to Scotland because at least it's not the UK.
No, it literally is.
It is, I know. That was the joke. Oh,
It nearly got past me there, Eris, but I'm on to you.
so yeah, I hope it is in Manchester.
Wait, hang
and
on.
I
Are you
hope
not
we
are
can
you
all-
not stopping in
hang
some
out.
sort of way in between London and Manchester? That you know,
Yes. Yes, I will be stopping there. You know
I'm just
it.
going to stand on the door on my house and be like, all right.
As I drive past, waving. Maybe if I drive close enough, I can give you a slap again for old times.
It's a very narrow street, so yes, you could.
Sorry, that was an aside. If someone bought
This whole show is
500,000
an
land claims and claims the moon, is it his totally?
Yeah, sure. I mean, 500,000 land claims is a lot of freaking land claims.
Someone's going
want-
to try and do it, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I want to say yes, but because yes, there are people with a lot of money. I would not be
That's a lot
surprised
of
if someone was like, "I'm going to put $100,000 down on buying a moon in Star Citizen." I've met people that would. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
But this is something we don't know about, and we'll have to find out as we get closer to base building. How do you keep your land? Because everything in Star Citizen is going to be able to be stolen with insurance claims. And if you're buying a moon, you'd have to be buying a moon in UEE space that can be protected by the UEE. Otherwise, you're going to have to provide your own protection. And if it's in UEE space, you might not actually be able to purchase it because it's not like it's in controlled space. I don't know.
You need a porch. Porch,
For the shotgun?
rocking chair, shotgun. That's it. Just practice you. Get off my land. Stay on my land.
And then you have
swamp, you pesky kids.
and then you have a bevy of robot daughters.
Wow.
But I love him, Pa.
So glad. I'm so glad. I was really worried for a
That's
second.
an old one. Wow, that's
boy.
a reach. That's quite an old one. Yeah.
Look, I haven't evolved since 2013. I'm the same person. No new jokes. No
Right,
new
I think that was
information.
I think that was the Zeros. That was early
It
in
might have been.
Futurama.
It might have been.
What happened to the robot devil? Haven't seen him in Futurama for a long time.
He was the best.
Hmm.
He was quite good. Okay, what else? What else did we see this week? So one thing I didn't see in this, you can kind of see it like it's nice that when you're looting the corpses, you can look at the ammo, like an ammo mag, and just grab just the ammo mag off the corpses, which is so much better. But they showed in CitizenCon an updated, like a quick loot screen. And I assume we're not getting that in 323. I wonder when we're going to get that quick loot screen, because that quick loot screen really excited me for reasons.
Yeah, it was good. I haven't
Oh,
really
did
heard...
they say that, Tip? I hope
Ooh, very
that would be
nice.
great. Sorry, I didn't hear that. But if the quick loot screen is coming in 323,
Excellent. Amazing.
Keep saying
You
quick
know-
loot, and I'm just sat here going, I prefer speed metal.
oh yes.
That's all you get.
Oh, I hope it's not Squadron 42 only, but we'll have to see. The loot UI, yeah, we'll see what we get. Okay. I think we've seen this video a number of times. I'm gonna go back to our ugly mugs now.
Oh, perfect.
Yay, ugly mugs. By the way, this is great. Keep asking us any questions you have if you have questions, because we do like. Oh, look at that, a question. So, does the UEE protect its moons? In
How
Stanton,
does
they are
UE protect
private.
its-
How does? In Stanton, they're all privately owned as well. I'm a citizen. Don't my business endeavors warrant the same protection from the UEE?
No,
No.
because the UEE is the
They're not
army.
rich enough.
You know, it's the same in real life. You're a citizen in real life. Does your house warrant protection from the army? No.
But
Wait,
will they send in
However-
the army? Will they send in the army if test squadron are blockading an entire port? Yes, they friggin' will. Honestly, I think a lot of
Well, potentially, I would imagine that. Well, I don't know. Actually, wouldn't
wouldn't it be the
I don't know?
advocacy?
Wouldn't they put in a way if? I don't know. No,
In
I'm just going to go quiet and
emergencies-
go back into thinking mode on this one. This was a conundrum. This was a deeper question, and I realised, Master Blaster. Well done, sir.
I just had this thought. I really hope the advocacy has like big ass ships. It'd be funny seeing like a hammerhead, like a police hammerhead.
I mean, they're going to need them because there's going to be player hammerheads.
Exactly. There's gonna be all these freaking fleets floating around. It's gonna be interesting.
And honestly,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we might see more than just 3 levels of protection. Because, like, Pyro is no security. Stanton is still security. It's still a high, like, it's a very commercialized system. All the planets are owned by corporate, like, it's a mega corporation system. I think you're gonna probably see things between between low security and no security.
Also,
Where
keep in
there's
mind
one-
they don't want to really classify entire systems because they're so
Yeah.
big. There will be different security zones inside every system. Like really far out in the Stanton system will be low sec, basically. Like way out in the outer rings.
So, Master Blaster, Stanton is a private system, but if Apple at their headquarters were like, "Hey,
Give some ideas."
we're under
on.
attack by a bunch of people, and the police can't respond," like they'd send in like friggin'
But-
Nestle. If Nestle in Africa are saying, "Hey, we want to destroy this town to get all of its water because that's what we do because we're a horrible country," company Nestle, then you can bet your ass that they're going to get plenty of countries that will provide them security, even though it's not. Sorry, I'm making a political stand against Nestle.
Apparently.
But, that's because Nestle are.
So the system itself isn't a private system, though. It's part of the UEE. The moons or something might be privately owned, but the actual space itself is part of the UEE. It's like, your house is your private space, but the land it's on is still part of insert country here.
Exactly.
You can buy the planet, but you can't buy the black stuff in between.
Very much.
You
But if
can't
you're in
take the sky
Texas-
from me.
A lot of people make a lot of money off black stuff in Texas.
Can't
Call it
take the
oil.
sky from me.
What about people who work in coal mines?
My grandfather worked in a coal mine for years before he was allowed to move into Canada because Canada wouldn't allow Italians to immigrate immediately after the war.
I'm more interested to learn that Italy had coal mines.
It wasn't in Italy, actually. He had to move
Oh.
to. I genuinely don't remember. But he moved to another country, mined in a coal mine there, and one of my oldest aunt was actually born there, and then they all came over to Canada because he wasn't allowed to go straight from Italy to Canada after the war.
Interesting.
And he didn't even fight for the fascists. He was an anti-fascist and hid in the forest, in the hills and the mountains, and hid away from the Nazis so he wouldn't get conscripted.
Wow, you have quite the backstory there, my friend.
My grandfather on the other side was actually a bomber pilot for the Canadian Air Force, and
Wow.
his ship was shot down, and he spent a couple years of the war in a POW camp. And when he got out, he actually had tea with the Queen of England because he did a bunch of stuff in the POW camp that got him very, like, he kept the allies sort of going. He was the highest ranking person at that POW camp, and they wanted
If we're doing
information
this-
from him.
My grandfather was a Japanese POW and had to help with building the railways over there and suffered PTSD the rest of his life.
Yep.
Retired as he was captain, and I think you go up a rank when you retire. So I don't know what comes after captain, confidently enough to say.
I don't know anything beyond that because Luke has a question though. How much does it cost to run servers? I dream of static meshing for each planetary body, but keep hearing that would be prohibitively expensive.
I think the only people who know this answer are Amazon and CIG.
So
this is complicated math, right? Because there's a deal that exists of some kind between Amazon and CIG in regards to Lumberyard. So
have
we
they
don't really
given
know
up
what
on
that
Lumberyard?
is. No, that's what they're using.
No, like Amazon.
Or, oh no, I don't think they have either.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure they. But I mean, even if they did, the agreement would still exist. and Amazon still owns Lumberyard. And oh, it's now Open 3D. They changed its name again. Cool. Uh, nice. Anyway, um, it is pretty hard to quantify though because there was that agreement between Amazon and CIG, and we don't know what it is. I would suspect they would at least attempt to go to doing server like a static server mesh for each planet, but that's my opinion, and I don't know if it's actually based in fact. I don't really have a good sense for how expensive these servers are to spin up and down.
I'd like to point out to Citizen Tip, hello, that it's not a waste of money and it's not going to slow everything down to go, from standard server meshing to not. They've got to have a starting point at some point. They know that your standard static server meshing works. It's a tried, tested technology. You start with that, you mess around with that, you build off of that. I get what you're saying at the same time, but it's not going to slow everything down. Certainly, it's not going to be a waste of money. It is going to be contributing to static server meshing directly. It will. It will.
We actually, so this is not at all a direct link, but the biggest game in the world right now is Palworld. Over 12 million people have bought it on Steam in like the first week that it's been out. It's doing huge numbers. Their CEO recently said that their servers for Palworld, which again, I think it's got 19 million players right now. It's the only Steam game to nice, Nick. It's the only Steam game. It's the second highest Steam game for concurrent users of all time, behind only PUBG. It breached, I think, 2 million concurrent users. Like, we're talking legit scary numbers of people playing Palworld. Its servers.
I can't believe it got past Counter-Strike 2. That's crazy.
It is. Apparently, its servers are costing $480,000 American per month right now. And this is for one of the biggest video games in the world. Yes, sure.
I'd like to answer Master Blaster's question.
Go.
So is SE only going to play as good as the server computers they are run on, i.e. my PC is probably better than the servers they power on? Yes, basically. Yes, that is how it works. That is how an MMO works. You are always limited by the server computers, and no, your PC is not any more powerful than a server. They're very different machines. A server is built to handle that much traffic, that much information. Your desktop server is not. Your desktop tower is not. They're different machines. It's like comparing Ferrari F40 to a crane. Yeah, the Ferrari F40's got a load of speed to it, but the crane isn't built for speed. But but it's not going to be an issue. I mean, it's like Battlefield, for instance, the tick rate set to 3060. That's just
Servers
don't run graphics. Servers don't run graphics.
Correct. It's all run locally. This is going to be basically. It's just going to be making sure everything's in the right place at the right time. That's what the servers are for.
Yeah, the servers are literally sat there doing the matrix code and all these impossible lines of maths, like 7 times table in an instant, which is a feat that no human can possibly do.
42.
That's 6 times. No, isn't it?
I don't know what it is. I can't do maths. I really like that the British say maths.
Well, yeah. What do you say, mathematic or mathematics?
No, math.
Well, then you're saying it wrong because it's mathematics. It's a shortened version of mathematics.
I know, but that's how we say it. We say math. I prefer
All right.
maths. That all I'm saying is I
right.
think you're right.
All right.
I'm like, deal with it, Shiver.
I don't know. I'm not used to you saying this. This seems like an attack.
I agree with you. Fuck you.
The thing that bogs Star Citizen servers down right now is that they have millions of entities, but they're running the whole of Stanton, which is larger play area than any other video game ever. Like, that's the problem right now, is that they're running a larger game area than any other video game ever has done.
Static server mesh will help massively.
To clarify on that, just to make it, you know, Stanton is not the largest gaming area ever. I like EVE Online is bigger in total.
It is, yeah.
But it's the largest single play area, if that makes sense. Like play
Yes.
box. You know, there are no
The amount of
loading
stuff
screens.
you can walk on.
So you're in that's it. Yeah. I just wanted to I know that's what you meant. I just wanted to clarify for everyone else because
that's please clarify for me.
But yeah, I mean, like you could set up your own. It's totally fucking illegal, so don't actually do it. So in theory, you could set up your own EVE Online server. You wouldn't have like 26 years worth of play area. I don't know how the EMU would run. You would probably just get one single instance, one single place. But yeah, that your PC couldn't handle 33,000 people connecting to your instance.
I just thought of something, and I really wish I had a globe right now to explain this, but picture for yourself the world. Earth.
Okay.
Right now,
Familiar.
the way the servers work, there's, the one server that is running the Earth. It's having problems. We can't really get to Earth 2.0 because, there's one server running the whole Earth. Static server meshing, there will be one server running North America, one server running South America, one server running Europe, one server running Asia. And then when we get to dynamic server meshing, there will be one server running New York, one server running the rest of the Eastern Seaboard, one server running Tokyo, right? Like we're still, like, the servers are just there to pass the bits of information on where players are, what they have, and what they're doing between the players and between the
What a fucking name, though. That's a great name. You gotta give them that.
It's a good name, but like, anyway. No, honestly, Master Blaster, CIG should not invest in their own server farm, period. Cloud hyperscalers do this at scale. It is literally what they exist for. And look, I don't know actually how much of this I can even say, but I work for the government of Canada in IT, and I do a lot of work related to I do some work related to, data centers and servers and cloud computing. And trust me when I say, like, the entire fuck you, Elwook. What a name.
Elwook's been Agent Smith.
Trust me when I say that, like, an entire government has trouble doing things at scale that hyperscalers do, like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, etc. CIG can't. They cannot. The best way for them to do this is to do it through a hyperscaler. The even better way for them to do this is to have a deal with a hyperscaler to reduce their costs for things like updates to the engine. Like, that's the best. They've honestly made the best possible choice that they can, I think. I might disagree with the choice of Amazon versus, Google or Microsoft, but they're all equal.
Christ. Which evil tyrant do you want to go with?
Oh shit, it's hitting more people.
Uh-oh. The infection is spreading.
I love you all. Did you know that? I love you all. Genuinely.
We love you too, David.
We're laughing at this, but this could genuinely be happening. We wouldn't know.
I mean,
how do you know?
we'll just hope that that's not actually what's happening. Yeah, so as I've said this before, and I will say it again, dynamic server meshing is a nice to have. I firmly believe that they could launch the full Star Citizen game without dynamic server meshing. All that really would end up happening is that it would cost them more money to run it. Dynamic server meshing is awesome because it will make the game more efficient for them financially.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it should also help performance in some ways, but theoretically, performance could be the same basically on a static server mesh.
They can in theory hit their goal of all players on one single
shard.
Exist shard in theory, or like one per like a couple, like one per region or something. With
you got
static.
it. You nailed it.
They can do that with
dynamic
static
load scaling. That's the deal.
Yep.
So that's what's going on with the servers. It's I suspect just because of how ridiculously complex Star Citizen is, I'm kind of expecting them to be on static server meshing for a while.
Yeah.
Like read a few years. But I don't know. I could be totally off. There could be a networking guy at CIG going, we're going to be on static for like 2 months.
Yeah,
I doubt it.
No, I fully expect there's some. So okay. You know what? I'm gonna get old school here for a second, because do you remember when there were all these problems with Star Citizen they couldn't solve, and then Crytek let go a whole bunch of people, and CIG formed a German studio and hired all the Crytek folks, and they were like, oh, you mean you guys like were thinking of doing just single landing locations? I mean, we can bash out procedural planets in an afternoon. Here, it's done. We've got a prototype for you, and we'll change the game and add 11 years to the development. Done.
Do you think if you go in a slightly lawless system, the moment you're in there, you're just going to get all these adverts for single landing zones in your area?
No, but I think we're going to get a lot of advertisements say, hello, sorry for bothering you. I would like to offer a promotion to your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Flexible and convenient order management panel, chat panel, chat panel, chat. Ow.
That was after you shot the billboard.
Yeah. What was it? I was saying something. Right. They hired the Germans to solve the engine problems, and then what they did...
They hired the Germans. You make it sound like they just went, hey, Germany, what are you doing at the moment?
Didn't they? And then they came and hired the Quebecers to solve the networking stuff. That's what happened.
I don't think are they working?
Turbulent.
I thought Austin was
Turbulent. I think it's Austin and Turbulent. Turbulent are the networking folks. So,
all right. Yeah. So their initial server mesh is going to be small. It'll just be 2 servers. I expect it'll go up from there, but I don't. You should just think of the initial static server mesh as a starting point. Because there's no point in starting with 16 servers because they don't know if they can get 2 to work.
Yeah.
Get 2 working first, then you can go to 4, then you can go to whatever 8 and 16 and so on. And
Once
so forth.
they have it working, they can add more with relative simplicity. Honestly,
They should be able to,
They-
yeah. As long as the hard part is getting 2 to work. If the 2 work, then you're golden. Benoit told me in person it'd be a lot easier to just go make dynamic server rushing right away, but well, that's really good to
suppose
hear.
always-
Hey, it's Nick. That's awesome.
I suppose as well, if you've got static, you know it's going to work. You know the beast you're handling. Whereas dynamic is very much. So what's going to happen, guys? We found the
That's
Higgs
it.
boson.
That is another piece of the puzzle too. If you immediately go to dynamic, you're if you have problems, you're not really sure right off the hop, or it'd be harder to find out whether the problem is the fact that it is a server mesh at all, or whether it's a problem with the dynamic scaling up and down of the servers. I think it is easier to do. I mean, in terms of doing steps and actually wanting to show progress and everything, I do think going to a static server mesh and knowing that server meshing at all works properly, and then going to making it dynamic is probably going to work out long term better. I hope, or maybe I don't know. I hope it's not a misstep. But David always likes to disappear in the middle of our shows.
I have a
wanders
very
away.
small bladder. I apologize. It's life.
And sometimes he
I
comes flying back into the scene, rolling on the ground, and
haven't done that in a while. My my knees have started to go.
it's true. Oh man. Yeah, we've only been doing this for 9 years. Jeez.
Fuck memory. There was something I wanted to talk about.
What's that?
I'm trying to connect the dots. So, right. We talked a bit earlier. Sorry, I'm just filling the gap. We talked a bit earlier about how we're likely going to be seeing base building at some point soon, and we wonder if CIG have answers to all of these, land claim issues, and I really wonder if we saw the very, very early I want to say concept gameplay of base building at CitizenCon. I would bet money that we're going to see ISCs devoted to base building, how it's going to work, how it's going to be implemented, what we can expect in first implementations, where you're going to be able to build, what resources you're going to be able to use. There's all of these questions when it comes to base building that we don't have right now. Star Citizen is not a normal survivor game. Right? You're not going to get an axe and go chop down a tree and get some logs and build it's going to be different. So how are you going to get the materials?
That would be such an amazing survival game, working your way up from building, chopping down a tree up to building a space station over the course of 6 years.
Believe me, I want that. I would love that. I would genuinely love to start crash land intentionally on a planet, start by chopping up some trees, get to stone, get to metal, get to weird art deco, then we can go to some
So basically you want to play Factorio?
Yes.
Good choice.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, the thing is, sorry, I was going to say pandemonium, but Pandemanium You can get that from launching ships, yes, but we're going to have to be able to get something similar on a planet without launching ships. We assume. I assume. My base
Coconut Aurora.
like sure. I just lost my entire train of thought. Hashtag blame Sherman.
John, hey?
No,
Was it a coconut train?
You put the lion in the coconut.
Uh-oh.
I'm not allowed to sing that song in this house. My wife will kill me.
It's not coconut. It's a bear egg.
Egg?
Bear egg.
I'm confused.
For bears.
Bears don't lay eggs. They're not platypods.
Platypus
Platypuses?
is
You
a
say
great
that?
word.
Look at a coconut.
Platypedians?
It's brown, it's furry. Look at a bear. It's brown, it's furry.
Oh,
All right.
I want to shave a coconut one day.
I can't say that. But there you go.
They're blue, not brown.
Oh my god. Look, for the insane number of you that have stuck around, one, I apologize profusely. Two, this is what happens to us at the end of the show where we start running out of things to talk about. I apologize profusely. Three,
Even when we have lots of things to talk about, it still devolves.
it devolves. It's late. While I am talking to you all, feel free to hit whichever button it is that tells you when we go live. I would not recommend subscribing to us because we have no quality control or put in no effort into anything we do. But, you know, if you want to hang out with us, we would genuinely like the company. So do whichever of the things is the thing that lets you follow us, but don't give us money. Oh, and we love you, Griff. I'm just saying, you know, don't send us money, but you know, come join us because we'd
Send
love
us
to
feet
have you all
pics,
around.
not money.
You don't want that. I don't.
Unless it's like ludicrously large amounts of money, in which case, fine.
All right. No, my like base building is most fun for me, at least, in survival games.
That's where we got most of the 140 people are still here.
Nipple piercings. All right. So my wife and I play a lot of survival games. We really enjoy them. We're now playing Palworld and Enshrouded. Enshrouded is quite good, even though it's been completely eclipsed by Palworld. But it's that whole like starting with nothing and slowly building up a wood base and then realizing that your wood base is shit and you don't know how to build it and you've fucked everything up and you have to go and get more material and ooh, stone. Oh wait, this stone is, and you just keep upgrading. It's that increment. It's the Skinner box, right? It's press button, get reward. I want continual upgrading of my stuff, and I'm wondering if Star Citizen is going to bother with any of that, or it's just going to be like, yes, you have material, you 3D print fuck.
I want to say to Elwook, it's my half of the land. That's your half of the land. Thank you.
Hello. You'll thank me for bothering your butts. I want to offer promo butt of your channel. Viewer butts, follower butts, butt views, chat butts, etc. The butt price is lower than any competitor's butt. The butt quality is guaranteed to be the butt. flexible and convenient order management butt, chat butt. Every butt is in your hands. Turn butt on, off, customize, go to Stream Butt. I love it. How was my announcer voice there?
It was perfect.
Excellent.
We now need to create a new product called StreamButt. And
Butt.
we will all be millionaires.
I don't want that.
We're gonna have to split half of it with Tip though. So
That's fine. That's fair. Ah, fuck. Okay, well, so for anyone that doesn't
it's
know,
Courage the Cowardly Dog, Elwook. You must know Courage the Cowardly Dog.
what? I know Clifford the Big
My
Red
half a
Dog.
lint, your half a lint.
No.
It's Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I don't know that one. Might be a British thing. Sorry, Shiver.
It is not a British thing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Alright.
I want it to be Canadian now. Oh, please be Canadian.
American animated series. Oh no, I remember Courage the Coward. I hated that. It was like Ren and Stimpy.
What
I
the
didn't-
fuck is wrong
I really
with you?
did not like Ren and Stimpy.
I can at least understand not liking Ren and Stimpy, but how can you hate Courage the Cowardly Dog?
It looked like Ren and Stimpy.
It wasn't.
Tell that to like a 8-year-old watching YTV and seeing weird animation and be like, I'm gonna go back to Sailor Moon.
No, I think if I see an 8-year-old, I'm going to be like, what the fuck are you doing in my house? Get out!
For anyone that
boy.
doesn't know, it's now 10:30 Eastern. We've been doing this for an hour and a half. This is where we normally start our wind down. So first of all, Shiver has another channel, twitch.tv/Table of Horrors. So Shiver, what do you got going on this week?
This week it is just Vampire the Masquerade. Friday night, about midnight, something like that. 11:30. We're on twitch.tv/Table of Horrors. It's getting interesting. Things are going to be very weird soon. Very weird.
oh, that's always the most fun.
Weird and Vampire the Masquerade. Somehow those go. I feel like that's like required.
That's
You know?
fair. That's fair.
For everyone else, thank you for sticking around this long. Please join us next week. We do this more or less every week, sort of following the Astropub ? It's part of Podsat's podcast Saturday. There's a thing in the middle of the screen. There's Soul Voices, then the Astropub, and then us over at Relay. So please, come back. We'd love to see you.
I don't know. I mean, if you're willing to come back and watch this, I don't think we want to be exposed to that level of craziness.
We are literally the
It is
worst.
a catch-22, isn't it? Anyway, thank you everybody for coming. It was thank you very much to the Astropub for rating us.
Yeah. Feel free to join us on our Discord down there at Relay SC. We should actually get rid of the Twitter part because we don't have control of our Twitter anymore. We lost that shit.
Yep.
So feel free to join us on the Discord if you want to hang out and talk. And who wants some words of wisdom to end the evening?
Oh dear.
What kind of?
If you're
what kind
stuck
of-
on an airplane and the food is brown, it's supposed to be meat. If it's grey, it's likely to be the vegetarian alternative.
I like it.
I was gonna go
And
with.
we're out.
I was gonna go with please invest in a squatta potty because they help you poop and pooping is important. But yours was much better, and I probably shouldn't mention mine at all. Goodbye.
It's a good thing you didn't mention it.
It's a really good thing I didn't mention it. Bye, everyone. Oh, wait. One last thing. I forgot to mention this. I don't know how to raid someone else. So,
it's like /raid in their channel name.
I don't know how to do that, though. I forget every time.
You'd have to, and then we've got to sit here for 20 minutes as you're like, oh, I just wish I could raid everyone.
I do. How do I raid just one person? That feels like I'm like like picking just one person
Making a
for everyone to
choice.
go to. Making a choice. I don't like that. Okay.
Go to Lost Tribes Gaming. They're playing Cyberpunk, I think.
I don't know how
No,
to
they're
do
playing their superhero game.
Look, I'm just going to I'm going to apologize. I'm not going to do that because honestly, because it gives me a lot of anxiety, and I have an anxiety problem, and it bothers me, and I can't. I'm sorry. Please
it
go find
makes you
someone else
reach
to
out
watch. I
for
love
your
you.
nipples, wishing they were pierced.